everybody, this is Dr. Barbie, and I was about to start my workout very early this morning. Just woke up, have my frownies on. You'll get a $10 off code in the link in the description. And I decided I had to share these thoughts with you. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I just needed to come out and say it. Body positivity community, fat phobic community, both of them have it wrong. There are two extremes most of the time with body positivity and fat phobia community. And they obviously bicker at each other and go back and forth like a very old married couple that wants to get divorced but doesn't. So my thoughts and the evidence shows that there are a subset, very small subset of the population that despite being healthy, eating intuitively, working out when their body wants to and feels like, and having perfect, pristine lab work, meaning pretty good health, that are either obese or very, very thin naturally. So there's a very specific subset population that is naturally obese or naturally thin. Best example in terms of the naturally thin are our supermodels, the 90s era that we started with supermodels, women in general, but there are obviously men in this category as well that are very, very thin without necessarily needing to make a lot of effort, so to speak, to keep their image up. And most importantly, they're very, very thin, but they're still very healthy. And this is a very small subset of the population. Likewise, there is a small subset of the population that is obese, but is very healthy as well. They do the exact same things that a thin person does throughout their days. There's not much difference. They eat pretty similarly, they exercise pretty similarly, and their lab work looks pretty similarly. What this tells us is that the body positivity community pushing that fat is beautiful shouldn't even be a movement, I think. I go by body neutrality, and I definitely believe in thinking of our bodies as functional entities to help us day in, day out on what we need to do and accomplish. It's wonderful if you want to love your body and appreciate your body for what it does to you. But the body positivity community nowadays has become a movement where they push fat only. They don't really represent every body out there. Most of the time, the new body positivity movement. I remember I wanted to be an advocate in one of the body positive groups, and they actually did not allow me to say that my body, which is an average build athletic body, was beautiful. They wanted to advocate only for the obese bodies that are, again, a subset of the population. But on top of that, body positive movement does not take into account that there are some very thin bodies or natural shaped bodies, medium, average like mine, that still deserve body positivity and body neutrality and love and recognition. On the other hand, we have the fat phobic community who pretty much determines that everyone who is obese must not be healthy. This is also false, like we discussed previously. There are a subset of people who are very fat and very healthy, and they eat regularly, they eat when they're hungry, they stop when they're full, they exercise because they enjoy what body movement feels like and its benefits, and their lab work looks perfectly fine. No medical conditions. So this back and forth is typically based on the outliers, so to speak. So they base all of their information and data on people that are telling stories, meaning anecdotal evidence, instead of setting their information and data from actual statistics. And we know statistically there is a subset of people that are very fat, subset that is very thin, and again, both healthy. And either way, what both of these communities are missing are the people in the middle, which are the most common. The people in the middle are the people typically who are normal weight or overweight, and we know that people who are overweight, body mass index, are actually the healthiest people. We have lots of data that shows that people on the overweight shape size are actually the healthiest people. They tend to be our intuitive eaters who exercise and move because they like to, not because they have to. Again, most statistically, and that's my husband leaving for work, statistically, most people are in the overweight category. And even the people that are in the regular BMI category, which BMI doesn't really determine your health, even the people who are in the regular BMI and the people who are overweight are excluded most of the time in the new body positivity movement and in the fatphobic communities. Why can we just accept that everyone has different shapes and sizes and weights, just like different heights? Why can't we accept there are some smaller percentage of people that are very fat, just like there's a smaller percentage of people who are extremely tall, and there's a smaller percentage of people that are very thin, just like there are some people that are very short. And then we have everything in between. No one is less or more important than the other person. I think the focus should really be our health. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you nurturing your body, your soul, your mind? Are you feeling well, which is the most important? And not necessarily trying to prove a point that your body shape or size makes you more or less worth it of anything. It should really be if you are doing things that promote your natural health and you're feeling well, then it doesn't matter. That's where body neutrality comes in. Our body shape, size, weight doesn't really matter. That is the least interesting thing about us. We have so many other more features to ourselves, our personalities, and our fun, our humor, our kindness, our compassion that are more important. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.